Welcome, everybody. We're starting early. A lot of rolls to go through. Thanks for being here as we continue our series of opening rolls of coins. And should be a lot of fun. I think so. What do I know? Jack Steffen, Jim Tompkins. It's Vegas time. Matthew Ross, King Top Cat, Charlie M. It'd be great to find a Walking Liberty or a Franklin. We have this many to go through. We did that many last time, which is exactly half the box. And we also have half the box to go through. Some would use a calculator to figure out that's 50%. We're just going to go with what we know and say it was a lot. We found 2 silvers in half the box. And that's 25 rolls. So 1 per 12 and a half rolls. That means we should find 2 more. 2 more today. Tony, Charlie M, Miss Frog, Jack Steven. Good to have you all here. I'm going to start with this one. So we know the 22s are very easily found, so we're not worried about that one. I'm going to try to use the plastic fork and knife set to get in today, and it's already not working. I'm going to try a few different things so we can preserve these rolls. And for those of you that watch these roll searching videos, we appreciate you. Chance that you can do this as well. Just go to your local bank, get to know your banker, get them to order you some stuff in. Go for it. Randy Lippert, how you doing? Panjo, welcome. I'm going to try my hardest to keep these preserved, these rolls, so I can rewrap them. If not, oh well, don't care. Look at the sides first. I don't see any silver in this one. Very shiny one on top, 2022. And here we go. If we get through these and there's no silver, I've got more somewhere else in another box. 21, 22, 84. Back in my old days, I'd be putting the rolls by dates together, as I mentioned before, and then trying to trade them with other people. Finding a nice uncirculated roll would be really cool. I'm guessing we won't. Appears that they're all mixed together. That's okay. We're just going to enjoy it. Be live later out in Vegas doing some Vegas stuff. You can only guess what that might mean. Come on, get in there. That's not going to work at all. So the other way I can do it is a lot of times you get a ballpoint pen. That'll pop it right out too. You just want to tear the paper. Again, the idea is you want to roll them up, take them back to a bank, deposit them. Winnie the Pooh and ER2, good to have you here. 22 fine folks here watching me go through 20 coins in a roll. Look at that. Almost good. Got to get my spyglass. Keep forgetting it. We do have the Respect the Flamingo backdrop today. Keon Green. What is that that you're showing there? We got to watch that. And a very special surprise coming up from Keon Green's numbers. I'll tell you that I hit a 5 of 6 and some other stuff. Here we go. I don't see any silver in this one. 21s. There's an 83, but that's beat up. Of course, the Bicentennials, Independence Hall, coming soon. Arliss, how you doing? Keon saying hi to Randy. Not Randy from South Park. Randy from Montana. There's an 82. We're going to look at that backside here in a second. Get through all these other ones. They all used to look like that when they were first minted. Shiny. The answer may shock you. All right, there's the FG, the designer initials there. It's also the Denver, but it's all beat up. Just dropped it again. Money changes everything, yes. All right. Let's get to the next one. Want to get this half the box done. We got a whole nother box, another $500 face value to go through. The goal is to free them all up by the end of this weekend. Turn them back into U.S. currency. Keep the good ones aside, which will be purchased and taken out of circulation. Put into a special secret Loon collection. That one day when I liquidate the entire Loon empire, these coins will be part of it. The original coins. No silver. It's coming, though. We know we're going to get at least 2 more. Mathematically. Upside down, maybe? No, they're every which way. 73s, 72s, 22s, 84. Nothing. Oh, there's a really nice 83. We'll come back to that in a second. There's a 92p, but it's got a big mark on it from the end of the roll. That ruins the value. Another 82. Got a couple of early 80s here coming up. Stand by for searching and looking. Did they strike 1776, 1976 half dollars? Yes, that's the bicentennial right there. I see the date on it, the dual date. Zoom in. There it is. They made them in 1975 and 1976. The 1975 Eisenhower dollar is actually dated the same, the 1776, 1976, but it has thick lettering on the back of the dollar coin, but not the half dollars. It's hard to tell the difference. Just started. Yes, we did. Any good finds tonight? Not yet. Not yet. So this one, well, maybe here. So this is a 83D. Problem is it's got the scratch all the way across right there. Didn't have that scratch across there. You see it right there? That gouge? That might have been worth some money. The 82 Denver has the designer initials, pretty well worn. Wouldn't keep that one either. Okay, we're over, but we're going to get there. Shree, how you doing? Good to have you here. Democrats for Trump, thanks for being here. Panjo, Charles D. Good to have you all here. Pop it open. Let's zoom in on the pop open. Zoom back out so you don't get seasick. Coach, I need help with my parlay. Should I take Wasilla and the points or Soldotna tonight? I'd go with Palmer High. Palmer High is going to win it all. Hopefully the Suttles, the Browns, and the Henrys are still there. The Suttles, the Browns, and the Henrys in the Mat-Su Valley. Just saying hi. Matt and Aubrey Suttle, Rachel Brown, Tina Henry, and all the families. It's been decades. Just saying hey. That's where I learned how to eat cauliflower on the Henry farm. They were picking their cauliflower crop. I just happened to be there. I got to help cut it and get all the greenery off of it and cut it down to where they could freeze dry it or whatever they did, package it and sold it. That was a good time. Palmer, Wasilla, the Mat-Su Valley, very agricultural. It was settled by volunteers from around the world that moved to Alaska for some land, some money, and now they're there for generations. Home of the Mat-Su Miners baseball team, formerly known as the Valley Green Giants. Any entry wound special? No 23s yet today. We found just the one. Some things we're looking for. The 1982 and 1983 half dollars in really good condition. There's some error varieties. Anything from 02 through 20, apparently. Here's a real nice 22. 22s are very common. Okay, here we go. A Philadelphia 83. Let's put that aside. We'll look at it at the end of the roll. I like it. There's a garbage 83. 22s, 80s, 78. There's a nice one. If I was putting a collection together, I need that one. We'll look at it in a moment. Of course, the bicentennial. 92, 72, 71, 2000, 84. It's got a tool mark on it. So here, we have this 83 here. We'll zoom in a little bit. See, it's all beat up. All beat up. And it's got the FG on the back. No value. This one is a 78. You can still buy some mint sets relatively cheap. That's a nice coin if you're just putting a set together. Got a star note and change from a 7-Eleven the other day. Was shocked. Very cool. Coach, do you collect peace dollars? Yes, I used to, back when I could afford stuff like that. But here we go. 83 Philadelphia. The P mint mark right there. In almost uncirculated condition. Really nice. Came out of someone's collection, obviously. And we're very interested in the designer initials under the leg here. Let me hold it like that and we'll zoom in. Do we see the FG? It's there. But still, it's nice. You can see the tool marks down there. That's actually from the mint working the die, trying to extend the life of the die. You can see where they've used their tool to try to clean up the die. That's really a cool piece there. Look at that. That is neat. I don't think it's worth anything extra, but that coin itself is a nice one. See the P mint mark? That will be set aside. That'll be our first and possibly second collectible right there. Cool. Peace dollars, I've had a couple of the 21s, a couple of the 28s. There's really nothing super valuable until you get in the high condition because nobody kept them. A lot of them were just in vaults and bags for years and years and years till the government started selling them off. So some of those are just worth the silver. But still, what fun. Tonight, the Palmer Moose are at the Homer Mariners. Go Moose, go. The Moose, one of my favorite mascots, along with the Hutto Hippos in Texas. Go Hippos. The Palmer Moose. Went to a homecoming there one time. Bicentennial, 22s everywhere. 23p, here we go. That's his hairline on that one. There you go, it's just a hairline. We're going to hold on to it. That's only our second 23p. And why the Philadelphia when all the rest are Denvers? Interesting. 21s, 22s, 95, 74D. Oh, nice matte. Look at that one. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. We're going to look at something. We're going to look at something here in a minute. Those two there. Let's learn something about coins. I've collected silver dollars, half dollars, you name it, collected for decades. Cool. All right, take a look at this one. And take a look at this one. Ah! Don't roll on top of each other. All right. Use my hand as the display. All right, so notice in front of Kennedy on the right, he's got something in front of his nose there. That's from the die. They did some work to try to clean the field, so he's got like a little divot in the planchet itself there. The other one does not have that. So I don't think it's big enough to be a collectible item, but that just shows you that when any kind of mark they make on the die itself is transferred to the coin. Yeah, very nice condition. I mean, very beautiful. Look at those fields. Again, you can see some of the tool marks as they try to extend the life. It's also got one right there. Okay, is that the same side? Nope, different. All right, I was going to say maybe it got caught in a piece of machinery or something. Amber from Vancouver, welcome. Here's an 84 on top. Zoom back out. Coach, how do you know all this stuff about currency? Years and years and years of collecting. Years and years of searching and research. I used to travel to the United States Mint location in Denver. I did like 4 years in a row to do a pilgrimage. I've been to the Bureau of Printing and Engraving in DC. I've studied, gone to the different coin shows. I've read the books. When you're a loner child with no friends in a frozen tundra, you got to find something to do. And this is way before online gaming. So this is what my chosen hobby was in the wintertime, gardening in the summertime. Loved growing big cabbage. This is KLOON Channel 7 breaking news alert. The fruit water in the English lobby has been refilled. Thank you, Real Bronze 03 for the update. That was breaking news on KLOON Channel 7, Las Vegas. Braun on the scene, doing his job, even though his new office location will be revealed here in the near future. Stay tuned. The answer may shock you. You'll be amazed with number 5. Today we have broccoli and spinach water in one, and boysenberry and pistachios in another. Very exotic water. You're going to love it. Is that the right Bron, or did I get that wrong? Pilgrimage to Mecca. That was a fun year. Yes, I actually got to go to the Libyan embassy in Washington D.C., and it was a very interesting trip. Some of our friends got to go to Kuwait and Dubai and Saudi and different places. We're doing a international peace tour, and very scary in the Libyan embassy at the time. We were told we could only ask questions about our agricultural exports and a few other things, nothing political, nothing military. And they certainly had their gentlemen with their automatic weapons standing by just in case it got out of control. That was back in the day when we weren't friendly. 83, crappy. It's a very interesting time. I got some souvenirs. We got a Libyan flag, which I believe is still, but at the time was just all green. 98p, nice coin. And a couple of other souvenirs. We got back to the dorms, and kids that went to the Kuwaiti embassy showed us the Rolexes they got as a gift. So a little disparity in gift giving at the time. Libyan embassy, just like the Cash or Crash channel. Exactly. You can only talk about certain things. That's where I learned it. You guys think I'm just making this stuff up? I learned it from the Gaddafi regime. I was a witness in real time. I was also at the John Hinckley Jr. trial for a brief moment. Patrick Ewing and Amy Carter were junior legislative assistant interns like I was at the same time. Used to pass Patrick Ewing, who was still in college, working there. Give you an idea of when that was. Oh, look, the protesters put some paint on the Independence Hall. That was my nickname in college. Sup, Aaron? How you doing? Good to see you. I saw your burrito review again. It keeps popping up. I guess I was hungry for burritos. If you haven't checked it out, check out Sup Aaron's burrito review. He'll tell you what's up. Gohaya Destroya, yes. Got to ride in the underground shuttle between the Capitol building and the Dirksen Senate building with Daniel Patrick Moynihan. I think I told the story one time. Jack Kemp was sitting down in the front row. We were at Andrews Air Force Base waiting for Reagan to come back from Europe Economic Summit. And I happened to sit down next to Jack Kemp. Just started talking, where you from, whatever. Started talking football and some other things. It's pretty cool. Played for those Buffalo Bills back in the day. It's an interesting childhood. Very blessed. An education like none other. And yet clinically retarded. Said it out loud, didn't I? All right, here we go. This is not borderline politics. This is a history lesson. The politics would be, now you got to believe everything I say. Thank you, and the two. Some might argue. Some opinions are. It was once said, definitely said in high school. There's an 18. All right. So excited. Holy cow. All right, who complained to YouTube? Someone must have hit a button or something. Stop it, YouTube complainers. Wow. Can't do that. That's not very nice. We're having fun here. Somebody said something or typed something. Got a warning pop up. Amazing. Something happened there, folks. Got to be careful what we say. This is what we're talking about. All right, let's talk about happy thoughts. How about those butterflies? Aren't they pretty? I like balloons. I used to ride the short bus. Oh, look at there. He's got a mark on it. It's a 2018. Too bad. Wow, amazing. Just random interference for no specific reason. Random interference. It's amazing. Kittens and puppies. Kittens and puppies, the goblin. Hold on here. Why don't you have one of those? I hope you're the real goblin, not a fake goblin. Otherwise, we'll find out here in a moment. Kittens and puppies. How about those two dogs at the First Friday? Huh? They were very talkative. One more so than the other one. How about the guy in the hat with the bow tie and those red hot pants? Huh? My new friend. So all these are exactly the same design. You got the eagle on the back. You got that guy on the front, except for the Bicentennial, which has Independence Hall on the back. We get lucky and find one of the older ones. There's an A6. The mid-'80s when the economy sucked, and the '90s when the economy sucked, all good coins to hold if you're going to try to put a set together. 22s, 96. Couple more here. We haven't found anything. I'm very disappointed. You usually get a silver every 12 rolls or so. Fruit at First Friday did look delicious. Yes, very excited about that. I appreciate y'all for being that. It's a very sensitive topic. I'm wondering if I'm going to get a yellow mark on that because of the topic that was covered. I don't know why. It's regarding prevention. It's a positive message. There's nothing there to bring anyone down. So hopefully that goes well. Kennedy's causing the buffer. Got 69 folks watching. Thank you all for being here, checking us out. I'm going to be live later on in Vegas. I have a general idea what I want to do tonight. Now that I've had some success, I want to parlay that success. I found the 2018 nicely circulated. 73s, 85. First one of those we've seen. 91, some nice early 90s in here. So someday the 22s will be 20 years old, and we're going to wish we had them all. Or at least you will. I won't be around for that probably. I might be. I could be. That'd be fun. 20 years from now. So if you're watching this live stream and it's the year 2043, and I'm still doing YouTube, I want you to come back and find this one. I know that there's like 3 or 4 people, August Ice, Panjo, Andy P. They'll have this catalog for us. And you'll be able to come back to this live stream, and I'll have predicted that we should have kept all the 2022 half dollars because we'd be billionaires. And you're going to look at it and go, wow, how did he know? News 8 was sabotaging our signal because they don't like Channel 7. Could happen. Coach, did you call to see if the Mustang is still available? The gentleman said he's no longer selling it, whatever that meant. That's all I got in response. I'm no longer selling it. So I'm going to follow up on Monday to see if that means he's taken it off the market or it's sold. I just got too busy today. I didn't have time to follow up. I'm no longer selling it. It was an interesting response. I'm no longer selling it. I've done that before too. Maybe he didn't get the offer he wanted or whatever. I bet I could still get it if he has it. It's that nice cherry red, white interior that's not all crappy. He's done a good job keeping it up. And automatic, old school style. Not the old, but the last really cool Mustang design. The rest of them been all right. Then the new one really sucks. I think it's an electric Mustang or Pinto, whatever they call it. Nothing. Oh, where's our silver? We're just here for the silver. We don't care about the rest of this stuff. 83P again. It's got the FG. The FG is the designer initials on the back. There's a variety without that. It's worth some money. It's a nice 92. Coach, what's my commission if I sell the English for $1 million for 1 week? I'm sure you could negotiate a good 7 to 10% commission with Marriott. I think Marriott requires a 7% commission, but for something like that, I'm sure once the cash is paid, I'd find a way to get you 10%. Just saying. I know a guy. Happy birthday to Randy Lippert. Cool. Come on now. Matthew, we missed your girlfriend on Fremont last night. Which one was that? Were we on Fremont last night? I think I was, wasn't I? Days run into each other. Okay, here's a 82p, all scratched up. 83, some 83s. Sometimes you find people's collection they turned in. The FG. Any Platinum Eagles in the private stash? Bought one last week. Gone down since. Nope. Those are definitely a long-term. I used to buy the 10th ounce golds and then resell them on eBay. So I'd buy a roll and then break them into individuals and make like $4 on each one. That's back when they were selling for $35 each. $350 an ounce for gold back in the early 2000s after 9/11. I was loading up on the stuff back then. I'd buy a roll of money and I'd sell 18 of them to pay for it and keep 2. Then years later, when the kids were older and needed, you know, food and college and clothing and stuff, I'd sell all that stuff off. And when I get the feeling, you get the feeling for some coin peeling. Does Marriott pay commission in Ford Mustangs? I don't think so. I don't think they have a car license, an auto license. All right, Silver, you're pissing us off. Look at that, 90. It's a sweet looking coin right there. Junk. Ooh, 2003. So this one, if it didn't have this scratch around it, would be worth something. All right, that's too bad. It's our first 03. The scratch. Gold Eagle is currently 2,100. Yeah, I'm poor now. I don't have the collection. At one point as a child, back when silver took off in the early 1980s, late 79, I had over $25,000 worth of silver as a kid collected up. And I'd listen to the spot price every morning, every night for us in Alaska, but every morning in New York City. Then I'd calculate my net worth and I'd go to sleep because I had middle school the next day or freshman in high school. I was a different kind of a child. But I got over all that. I'm normal now. Some might argue. Oh, that's a nice looking coin there. All right, let's take a look at this one. Allegedly. Yeah, but then stuff happens. So there it is. There's a nice 83 again. Does have the designer initials between the leg of the eagle and the tail there. It's too bad. When I worked for the branch, I always got people coming in screaming at me that the bank doesn't take those special collector coins, literally losing my mind. Sometimes they made just little sets that you could buy from the mint. Some of them got to be very valuable, others didn't. There was a $10 bimetallic coin, had platinum and gold in it, that they only sold like a few thousand of way back in the early 2000s. And those are worth buku bucks. It's like hitting a Dragon Links jackpot. So if you ever have to go through someone's estate, always look very carefully. Don't just take everything to the bank. You never know what they got. Nothing. Another 83. Someone must have dumped a roll of 83s in. Little one. Amber, what happens if I go into a branch with one of those huge water? They won't take your coins like that anymore, Matthew. You have to roll them. You have to roll them yourself. They'll take a few of them, but they don't have to take them. I broke the counting machine in College Station, Texas at the Wells Fargo. They were taking deposits from the college kids, and I had over $2,200 in nickels saved up. And I would go in every day and drop in 10 tons, 10 pounds, 100 pounds, 1,000, million pounds, a lot of pounds of coins. And eventually the machine broke. They had to fix it. Did it again and did it again. Finally got about $2,200 worth through there. And then they took the machine out. They didn't want to deal with it anymore because they had to ship them to Houston every time. So they suggested I go to Houston. And I just suggested I'll move to another city and not go back to that bank ever again. And that's what happened. Because I'd rather move in spite of them than have them tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I'll move my entire family. Used to have to roll them, yeah. I didn't mind, though, in the olden days. I would actually roll coins for free for people. Because you could find some really good stuff. I had a couple of coin shop guys that I worked for in Alaska. They'd get in a whole bag of silver, $1,000 face value bag of silver. And I would go through it for them for fun because I got to pick stuff and put it off to the side and they'd sell it to me. But if I found anything super rare, I'd pull it out for them. And sometimes they'd let me have it and sometimes they didn't. The best coin I ever found was a 1916S obverse Walking Liberty $half in extra fine condition. Not sure what that thing's worth today. It's like $300 or $400 back in the day. Probably want to look that up right now. Who wants to look that up for me right now? Walking Liberty half, 1916S obverse in extra fine condition or better. Oh, I thought we had a silver. We don't. Don't use Coinstar. Yeah, they're up to 12 or 13% of your coins is what they take. It used to be 7.9%. Then they just keep raising it because people keep using it. It's like crack. The first few hits are free, and then you get used to it. And then you don't even check anymore. You just think you know what you're getting. They trick you. They bait and switch, allegedly. Coach, you have led a very interesting life. You have ever thought of writing a book? Yes. We're kind of working on a book in the sense that that Amazon. Hello.
Oh,
that's all right.
How are you, sir?
Good. What's up? We're live, just so you know.
Grab some Cokes.
Oh, yeah. Get some Coca-Colas. You betcha. You betcha. We're just going through the $half here before I give you a bunch for your
Hey,
bank.
Jack, how's it going?
Hey. Everyone say hi to Royce. Get a hashtag Royce. And drop him in there. Hashtag Royce. You want to say hi?
Yeah, sure.
There
Why
you go.
not?
There he is.
what's
That's
up, man?
Royce.
How we doing?
Hooking us up at the front desk. So if you need a loon rate tonight, this is the guy you call. Go, hey, Royce, I understand I get 50% off just for tonight if I call you. Right?
Right,
Is
yep,
that going to work?
we can do it.
Whatever rooms you have left, 50% off to anyone in the chat. Just call and ask for Royce.
Hey, friends, how's it going?
All right.
Hey, y'all take care.
Enjoy. Thank you, sir. Nice. Royce has been with us since the beginning. Fantastic human. Give it a call if you're in town and you're thinking, man, I'd like to give it a shot. Whatever we have left tonight, there's only a few rooms left. 50% off if you call and ask for the loon rate and talk to Royce tonight. He'll be here till 11. After that, you're on your own. Pat 75, we can't tell you where we're at. I'm not giving it away. Oh, no silver, bro. I thought Royce would bring us some luck. We're in the vault count room at the Aztec Casino here at the Loon Resort. Oh, that's too bad. There's a nice 94. It's like a whole collection in here. There's one of each date in really good shape. Another 83. Another non-designer initial. All right. A Rolls Royce. Hey now. That's all right, Pat 75. It's all good. Nobody's upset. In fact, we love the English Hotel, and we talk about it all the time. In fact, we were live on the roof of the English earlier. And we were at First Friday, which is by the English. Then we walked in, and I said, I'll be live doing the coin rolls here. So I guess it was kind of given away. What year is Rolls Royce? You know. So Matthew Ross, don't give away your details, but did you get the apartment that overlooks the McDonald's parking lot? That's the one I wanted. I'd be a billionaire if I would have got that. Non-stop 24-hour-a-day shenanigans going on there. Has the blinking light outside for Kenny Rogers Roasters. Another 18. That's pretty crappy. All right, we're down to our last couple here. 16S Obverse XF40 is 720 bid. Wow. Wow. So it's doubled. I'm glad I got rid of it. I sold it. Okay, here's another one to look up for me. 1888S Morgan Dollar, extra fine 45, certified. ANAX certified. 1888S Morgan Dollar, extra fine 45, ANAX certified. I'll tell you the story of that coin. It's a fun story. It's a Christmas story. We're going to do a Christmas story here. I had a box with 49 rolls, used it for my wedding. Cool. Used to service it. That'd be fun. Matthew wasn't here for those McDonald's streams. I know. He doesn't know what we're talking about. There's really some nice coins in here if I was going to put a set together. And I think you should put a set together. So every time you put one aside, you've saved 50 cents. Every time you do two of them, it's almost $1. Last one coming up here. Last one. Got a whole nother box, 500 face value that we'll go through this weekend. So don't you despair or fret, that kind of a thing. The McDonald's streams are definitely priceless. Thank you, and the two. Yeah, lack of oxygen as a child. I actually fell 3 times and cracked my head open in a cement well at an apartment complex when I was a Ute. 2 times my mom took me to the hospital. 3rd time she sewed me up herself with a needle and thread. I never fell again. I learned my lesson. She didn't have the anesthesia. 150 bid is all? 1888S. No, it's worth a lot. Maybe it's a different date. I got to remember the date now. Damn. I remember the date. Anyway, my grandma on my father's side, she was born in 1918, and she had saved a bunch of birth year coins, a bunch of other stuff. And one Christmas, she sent me a box of coins for Christmas. This is way back in the 70s, early 80s, 70s probably. And I remember sneaking up and opening the box, going through the entire box, cataloging all the coins, figuring out their value, then resealing the box and putting it back under the tree without anyone knowing. No one was the wiser. Then Christmas morning, as everyone anticipated my face and the joy that I would get from opening my grandma's box, I'm opening my toys, I'm doing whatever, I get the box, I open it up, I look at them, I put them off to the side, and I keep going, not realizing what a freaking moron I was. I was supposed to act surprised, not, oh yeah, I've already got them cataloged. So that was one of those Christmases I got in trouble, allegedly. Anyway, what fun. Look at this. All those coins, now we're going to put them back together while we chat. Hey now, Panjo. How rare are West Point struck coins? Depends on which ones they are. The quarters are worth $5 or so in uncirculated condition. Some of the collector coins are worth something, others aren't. There's some W coins out there. The 96 W dime, about $20, $25 in top shape. But they made a bunch of them. So they only came in the collector set, the mint sets. But I've sold a bunch over the years for $20 a piece. I buy the mint sets for $15 to $16 and sell the dime for $20 itself. That was back in the day. Coach had to get his own switch off the very tree where the box was buried. Exactly. Yeah, that wasn't, I had to act like, yay, you're going to shoot your eye out. Oh, man, this is a pain. You know what we should do? No, we can't do that. Can't do that. Have to do it in the daytime. We'll take it to a place where they can run it through at face value. So yesterday after the live streams, I rolled for about an hour. I've got a 20-minute rolling coin ASMR video coming out. It's just me rolling coins for 20 minutes. You're going to enjoy that, I'm sure. It's going to be as exciting as the driving around to music videos. It's always that last one, trying to get that last one in there. Coach needs one of those little devices, yes. Actually, that was my nickname in college, Little Device. 7, 8, 9, 10. They see me rolling in Hayden. Where y'all watching from? You guys can always do the hashtag your home community. And if you have a YouTube channel like RealBron03 or Devon Morrill, also known as Devon Morrill, you can drop your links to the Devon Morrill cooking channel. Dwight Bernard. You got to remember that name. You guys got to help me remember the name. Dwight Bernard. Coach, are there still any free coin counting machines? If you're a big member at some of the casinos, they'll do it for you. The real live coins at the El Conquistador, what's that place called? And then the Circus, I believe they'll take your coins, just the quarters and halves. Yes, Mikey Bags of Money, check it out. Mikey going through some stuff. Be sure to watch his... I digi dude at the computer for a few moments. Good to have you with us. Check out Mikey Bags. Support him with your views and your clicks and your likes as he works through life. Our good friend Mikey and Super Court. It's been super. There's another one of those with the... okay, now, see, I wish I would have saved the one. If you can get, it's almost like a run of dollar coins with, or dollar bills with the same serial numbers. Notice how this one has a bigger mark on it in front of the nose. So it's the same year, it's probably the same die, and as it continues to deteriorate, they continue to work on it. So the other one had a small dot on it. This one's much bigger, and you get a sequence of these. You get like 5 or 10 of those in a row, and you get those certified. You can get a real good value for that. It's the Kennedy's it, yes. $2.50, $5, $7.50, and $10. So if we're playing $half poker, that's only 4 hands right there. It's really pricey when you're playing $half poker, but if you hit $2,000, that was during his cocaine phase. I don't think he's ever been connected with that. Went to the Sahara this afternoon. Cool place, cool. See, if I don't think about what I'm doing, that last one just goes right in. But if I think about it, and I get all paranoid or whatever. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22. Too many. Here's a tip. Don't ever roll a bunch of coins and pull one coin out of each and pretend like it's a full roll and then turn it into a bank. Because that is called defrauding a bank, and it's a federal institution, and you can do prison time. Just ask my good friend. I didn't really know him, but he did it up in Alaska. He also did some other really stupid stuff. He started writing himself $10,000 checks and trying to cash them. Randy Lippert, $1.99 super sticker just cause. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Coach kicks his grimy coin finger. Oh. So I did radio back in the early 80s up in Alaska. I had my own radio show as the nighttime drive guy at KFAR Radio in Fairbanks, Alaska. And I used to do a rock and roll, call people, goof off, kind of like what we do here. But I did it on radio before anyone was used to that up in that community. But in doing so, I think I told this story one time. We did a scavenger hunt one spring. I didn't start it. I just kind of promoted it. Some young local college or high school students had suggested that I help promote their scavenger hunt for homecoming or prom or whatever it was. I don't even remember. I do now. It was the end of the year. It had to be the end of the year. So one of the items on the scavenger hunt was the mayor's autograph. Another one was a toilet seat. Things like that. Really cool stuff. And in my mind, you go home, hey, Mom, can I borrow the toilet seat? I'm doing the scavenger hunt on the radio. No problem. What they did was they went to the local convenience stores, drive-thrus, McDonald's, whatever, that had a bathroom, and they broke the toilets and took the toilet seat covers, vandalized them. I didn't know this at the time. I'm just doing my little radio show. And then as the night goes on, I start realizing what they were doing, and the prize was a keg of beer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're high school students. They're doing this on their own. I just happen to be promoting it. I'm in deep trouble. So I kind of distanced myself from it, told them to stop. The scavenger hunt was over. Not going to do this anymore. Told them to quit doing all the illegal stuff. Well, one of the items was the mayor's autograph. And so they went to the mayor's home and just so happened to have a bunch of old checks lying around on the table, had the mayor's autograph on it. It was tax season, and those were his tax returns. And so the kids, because the mayor was actually in the state capitol at the time, I really screwed this one up, just handed them out because they were high school kids too, and they thought it was really cool. And it turns out it screwed up his entire tax returns. And he also owned the radio station. So that was real close to the end of my radio career that time. I don't know where we got off on that, but anyway. Coach, have you heard of the R.D. Mercer radio comedian? I don't know that. I don't know what that or who that is. I'm out of touch. Do polar bears really poop on the ice? They go wherever they go. They live way up in the Arctic. They don't live anywhere near humans. And they don't particularly care for the ice. They like the water. And so when the ice actually melts and they get access to the water where they feed in the water, they're much better off than being frozen over all the time, like 7 or 12 people that don't shave their armpits think. Yeah, the trees in front of the Bellagio were cut down, which is okay. I get it. You can do whatever you want. It's a tragedy. They're nice trees. They're going to plant some new ones after the race. My question, because I posted it on the news, whatever feed on there, I said, okay, so let me get this straight. They cut them down for the race, and because people complain, they're going to put a few trees back up, but aren't they just going to cut them down again next year? Doesn't seem to make any sense. Yeah, the Aria scammer. They all end up in federal prison at some point. You can't get away with it. You just can't. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $10. They're removable trees. Yes, they are. And then they chop them up and they make mulch out of them, which is great for the environment. I love it. They put them in playgrounds where it helps the kids. It's all about the kids. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. That's my philosophy. A story I know of is a gentleman in town here was the chief accountant for a gaming company, a small gaming company, and worked for them for decades and was getting ready to retire and had bought some land in an island off of America. And on the final day he was leaving, they just on a whim decided to do a quick check of his briefcase where they found, if I'm lying, $500,000. Busted, got greedy, came back for that one last shipment because he'd already gotten like 3.5 million out. Most of which was recovered is my understanding. But that's because, I'll just do one more. Just one more. That's why you never hear me say that. Just one more. Aloha, everyone. Welcome. All right, we're almost done with the rewrap. I like rewrapping. No silver in the second half. It's really frustrating. Thought we'd have it. Greed gets them every time. That's right. What's the difference between 3 and 3.5 million? Prison time. Sexual chocolate. Coming to America. Exactly. I was singing the song. Miss Frog. Very funny. It's back when Arsenio was funny. That was great. That's why I keep coming to this channel. You guys are funny. Make me laugh. My thanks to Don and Jessica, who we saw down on Fremont the other day. They're from Seattle. I got their little video clip coming out. I'm finishing the editing on that. They were here. Like when you all stop in. You definitely get bonus points. Miss Frog on the board. Oh, I'm having fun doing this. Allegedly. Scottsdale is banned? Yes. All right, we got 2 less in here than we need. We'll come back to it. Looking for Queens in America. It's a great movie premise, and then they had to ruin it with a second one. 28 years later, or whatever it was. They should do another 48 hours. Again. Iceman. I'm high on coin residue. Boy, damn, boy, can that voice sing. Oh, the soul glow, the couch when they all get up. Just dynamite. For anyone that lived through the Jerry Curl days. Just awesome video. Those types of movies are actually a history lesson that they don't teach you in schools or anywhere. You have to go to watch old movies and see what the culture was of the day. Kids think they're cool today because they invent stuff and cool words and things, but no, it was all done before you got here. Okay, folks, got to go enjoy the stream. It's Pat75 bugging out. Thank you, Pat75. Appreciate you. I'm going to turn it over to Pat76. I'm going to see Neil Brennan tomorrow. I missed the old Chappelle show. Yeah, Neil Brennan's funny in a different way. And when you listen to his comedy, you can see the influence he had on the Chappelle sketches. It's fantastic stuff. Almost done. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Was Nicki Minaj in versus Pam Grier in what movie? No Franklin's, got nothing. Nothing at all. We got a few old, some 83s and a 78 and a whatever, but and a 123P. We should sell those down at 23 Alley. Valley Girl was a great movie. That was one of Nicolas Cage's first movies. Did you hear that? That is the paper shredder just starting on its own. We have a ghost shredding papers right now. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? I have no idea. Is it mom joke times? What's Valley Girl? Valley Girl is a great movie about the Silicon Valley, the San Fernando Valley girls of California back in the 80s. Gag me with a spoon and all that kind of cliches and stuff. Where it's fire now, it was bitchin' back then. All that kind of stuff. And I'm sure fire's already over. It's now something else. When you start hearing old white guys use those terms, it's already way long gone. You don't have Netflix. Yeah, the girl was a treat. Yes. How about whoever saw the movie Earth Girls Are Easy? Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum. That was Jim Carrey's first movie, along with Damon Wayans. And right now on Netflix, Field of Dreams. Saw it last night for the 137th time. Moonlight Graham gets me every time. Totally awesome music, exactly. That's back when there was only one Julie Brown. Then another Julie Brown came around. Yep. There's Downtown Julie Brown, and then, of course, the music and movie Julie Brown. We're cranking them out. Just need 20 coins at a time. Are we rich yet? Rich Yet was a pitcher in the major leagues back in the 80s. Bet you didn't know that. You go get an autograph. You go, excuse me, are you rich yet? Because that's the first I ever heard that. He was no Todd Van Poppel. Got one of my favorite Wayans movies. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Great movie. If you haven't seen that one yet. Everyone was dying of OG, over gold. It's when the gold chains were killing kids. Very funny stuff. Very biting comedy. Very racial comedy. Not sure if they show that anymore. All right, we're down to our last 3 rolls here. Let's do it. 3, 6, 9, 10, 4, 4, and 2. That's how you count. You're gonna miss the future smell. Well, we got the town car trunk for a little bit. Something died in there, though. I mean, I'm not sure which one of you. Todd Van Poppel's kid just got drafted this year? Wow, I didn't know that. A Journey cover band is playing on Fremont right now? Oh. On a Friday? I don't know if I could listen to that. That'd be like going to listen to Pavarotti by Eminem. I'm sure you could do it. All right, last 2. Thank you for joining us. We'll see if we can pull this off without damaging anybody's eyebrows. 3 too many. Dropped 1 there. Got those. Current frontman for Journey is so good. Amazing vocalist. Yes. The Filipino kid. I have not stopped believing, Andy P. I have not stopped believing. What's his name? Nev Campbell? No, what's his name? I used to, something, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah. Padilla. Something Padilla or something like that. All right, our last roll going in. Let's make sure it's right. We haven't missed any. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. Means I have to go through. Oh, right. Put these back. Coach went a separate way. Yes, I did. Got touched last night and went my separate way. Some jackass came up behind me and punched me in my ribs. Not hard, but just enough to remind me I need to keep moving all the time because people might stab you, allegedly. All right, that's it. Coach, why is the Diesel album so collectible? Because very few were sold, the original pressings. There's a blue full album cover. I somehow ended up with 4 of them because I kept looking for them. And they were in my record collection forever, and then I finally sold my collection, and I probably should have kept them, but the original pressings. Cool. All right, aloha, everyone. We will see you in a bit. All right, we'll be live a little bit later on. You never know where. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up, and we'll see you on the flippity flop.